Oh no! That'll cost you thousands of dollars.
Oh no!
Ah, crap. Look what happened. So I was using my MacBook and my charger quit working. So it was only a matter of time. This thing started fraying and I had some tape wrapped around it and I pulled it back. I watched some videos on how to fix this. But I think I could do it a little better. Well, from a couple videos I've seen, I didn't really do a lot of checking, is they got rid of this thing. And I want to keep this, but also fix this MacBook Pro Charger. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to incorporate a drill. We're going to drill that out later, see if we can reuse that. I won't know till we try it. So I just grabbed some tools from the garage. From what I've seen, you can pop this open by putting a pair of pliers in there and opening them. So I actually have a... This is a... I forget what these are called. They take... You do something with it. But you could take these little lock pins off of stuff. I'll remember later. I just got some basic tools. Drill, soldering iron. You're going to need a soldering iron because we got to repair some wires. I know I got some heat shrink tubing around here somewhere. I'll find it. Got some drill bits. So let's begin. How to fix a MacBook Pro Charger by Franky Cheese. Alright, so let's try to pop her open. Oh, first you want to unplug it, right? So, at least this is how I seen it done, right? Yeah. Ooh, I heard some cracking. Come on. Put this in there. Oh, there we go. It wasn't so bad. And this thing popped out and broke. Damn it. Just try not to break this one, right? And there we go. This one did not break. And I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, that goes over here. Alright, so next time we'll be a little bit more careful. Alright, here we go. Maybe should have heated that up. Mental note. Next time we'll heat this up with heat gun, right? Okay. Look at that. Oh man, alive. See, some type of... It's all glued together. You can see why these things are so expensive. There's a lot of electronics in here. Alright, let's see what we got going on here as far as wires. See there. Got two wires going up to the circuit board, and the whole thing's wrapped with this copper shielding. Let's see if we can get rid of this copper shielding. Get down to the circuit board. So my first recommendation is put some heat on here with a heat gun, and it might make it come apart a little easier. But this is the first time I've worked on this, and from the 2 YouTube videos I watched, they didn't put heat on the pack. And it's coming apart rather easily. And I'm going to cut and splice and get this in to fit into there. Make a little bit of a mess here. Ah! Too much shit hanging around. So I heat up my soldering iron here as it's getting up to temperature. So you got this part here we have to desolder. Everything looks like it was glued together. This seems to be an Apple, well, at this point, call it an Apple special. It gets glued together. So I got to desolder that and desolder that. let's get this, get some solder primed on here. Here we go. It just takes a little bit of heat to heat up all that copper. So let me get this side desoldered. Alright, got it. And I can peel that back. Okay, I'll leave the soldering nice and hot. Alright, let's peel back this Kapton tape here. And luckily I have more Kapton tape if I need it. Okay, it's that Kapton tape. So, what do we got here? Peel back some more of this gooey crap that they got on here. And it looks like it's got two wire connections, a white and a black wire. Just lovely. It's black. Pull that one out. And we'll pull that one out. So, wire is disconnected. Okay. Now we have to desolder those holes. Let's see if this works. An old trick my electronics teacher showed me was you heat it up and then slap it down, and then sometimes that'll get the solder out of the hole. There we go. You can see that hole's not clear. Do the same on the other connection. There's surface mount parts in here, so you have to be a little bit careful. There. As you can see, cleared out those two holes. Here and here. That's where the two wire connections are. And if you remember, black and white. I'll go back and check the video just to make sure. So, let's work on, let's put this aside. Get rid of them. Because what I'm going to attempt to do is drill a hole through there. And so to try to I want to try to reuse that. Oh yeah, it came right out of there. Woohoo! Now the goal of this mission is to get this to insert nice and flush. Let's hold that in there so I'll drill a hole in my finger. So that did come off. That looks like it's glued in there. That's good news, because we can glue it back. See the back of this battery box here. There's no battery in it.
Dad, why are you doing a video on this?
I don't know. Why do I do these dang videos? I don't know why I do this. I figure, what the heck? You know what I mean?
Daddy.
We're almost through. Alright, got a nice sort of clean cut in there. Let's see if we can slip this in here. We might have to get some soap. Every day and you're always looking. Alright, we got a little bit of Dawn dishwashing detergent, and hopefully that makes it slippery so I can slip her into the old case.
I need to put one of these balls in there.
So where are we at here? Alright, let's go around here like that. Brilliant! Brilliant! So now, it almost looks like new, right? A little beat up here and there, but so now we got that on there. Look at that. So I'm gonna Before I do that, I'll tap a little shoe goo in there. We'll do that in a little bit. Let's strip this back and start working on that end of it. Let's just get a little bit more slack than that. Looks like it's a 14 AWG. Yeah, right there. Oh, got a little pull 14. Ding, a little spin, click. Voila. Okay. I'm going to put this away. So, peel this back. It's like combing the hair. So now we kind of almost have like two wires, right? Let's peel this back here. There we go. Now I want to keep these in a sort of tight bundle. I don't want them to separate because they're gonna have them plugged back into here. I'm gonna go ahead and just tin these. Oh, Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. Now, we don't want to cover these up. You don't want to have that wire exposed. Heat shrink tubing. Oh, I knew I was going to need some heat shrink tubing. All right, slide this heat shrink tubing over there. Like that lighter. There we go. Okay, slide that up there. Oh, slide this up in there. Like that. Just try to work it in there. And I'm trying to just work it in so it goes all the way, through there. Now I'm going to put a little, push it up a little bit, a little dab of it underneath. That's a lot. It's a little dab underneath, and that's for when I push this up. Okay, that fits that there, and make sure it fits the other side, and that fits that there. Okay. While waiting for this to dry, I'll set this right over here. I'm going to clean up the mess I made because I kind of tore it up a little bit when I was excavating, tearing it apart. I just want to make sure everything, it fits back together nice, and you can't see where I monkeyed with it. And actually, looking at that, I don't see any places where I've monkeyed with it, so I don't really have to clean this up too much. But it looks okay. Just clean up some of the areas that I chewed up, prying it apart. That looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Now over here, yeah, everything looks spiffy. Then there's this door I broke because I was an asshole when I took this apart. Because I never took one apart. I didn't think I was gonna break something. This little thing broke off the hickamadoohickey. Damn it! When you try to fix something, when you try to fix one thing, you find you break another. The more you try to fix, the more you screw it up. But I do have some plastic bonder. 15-minute plastic bonder. Let's mix together this little dot. Hopefully that gets us enough of what we need. Who knows, you know? Yeah, let's put a little. It's a crime in Italy. There we go. And being epoxy, it should be like really strong, right? Didn't work on the wire. That shoe goo, I let that dry for about an hour. It is in there strong now. So let's get this connected to the circuit board. Now we got some solder droplets in there that fell through the hole, so we can get those out of there. Just make sure we don't have any spilt solder moving around in there to possibly short something out. Okay. Okay, so feed them up. White was on this side, right? I better check the video just to make sure. So I would remember it is white on this side, black on that side. Okay, solder. Bada bing, bada bang. Using lead-free solder. That is soldered in there. And now for the black wire. Get that soldered in there. Okay. Done. Now they had all that. Let's get that squeezed in there. They had all that gooey crap in there, so I'm just going to do the same. Let's squish some shoe goo down in there, just like the old one was. It had that gooey stuff's all squished in there, I guess, to protect stuff. Oh, let's put our piece of Kapton tape back. Let's put a little extra Kapton on there. I think this is to protect the protruding solder joints. Oh, I covered that up by accident. The protruding solder joints from piercing and then getting into getting to the copper, I guess, with the shoe goo. Put a blob there, blob there, here a blob, there a blob, everywhere a blob blob. That's resolder. That's it for the solder joints. Squish that down. The excess. Then this thing was sandwiched over it. Like that. This had two slots slid into. A slot there and a slot there, and then it had some Kapton tape, which I have. And we'll go ahead and reattach everything. Isn't that splendid? Look at that. Brilliant! So go ahead and do a quick test fit. Oops. It's like awesome sauce, you know? And set that there. That way, I'm going to just temporarily seal this up, just like that. You see, that came out really nice. I'm going to let this set, because I have to put this back in here and slip it all back together. So I'm just going to set it like this and wait for this epoxy to dry. Well, we're back for a few seconds. I want to get that video editing done. So what I'm going to do is just temporarily seal this up. Yeah, we'll plug this up as I'm waiting for the epoxy to dry and cure on my little door flipper here. And when door flipper's cured, put door flipper back on here, put it all together. But for now, I think this is good. I'll come back and glue that, and then we'll watch the video on gluing that, I guess, getting that back together. But I guess before everything's glued, you might as well just test this bugger out, right? So let's do that. Yeah, plug that bugger into the wall. Plug it in there, should light up, right? Here we go, green light. I didn't doubt it for a second. So we're charging back up. Yay! Now I can edit my dang video. Yeah, she's charging. So I'll check back in a couple hours. And we got these pieces all, that one piece cured from the epoxy, then we'll get it back together. I'm going to pause on this for now. So took the tape off, and we're going to now glue this back together. The epoxy has cured on that little guy. It's pretty strong. So we'll go ahead and reassemble this. So the original one, you know, had some glue and stuff in there. Let me just peel out some of this old glue. Yeah, it'll squish up real nice. Okay. Alright, so this is going to go in here like this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now I'm going to get some brand X super glue. And not a lot. I'm just going to dot it. A little dot here, a little dot there. So we're not making this a permanent bond. If we ever have to get back in here, we want to take it back apart. So I don't want to glue like super permanent, but just enough to keep everything closed and secure. Okay, get that in there like that. Squish it. Squish. Squish. Okay, it looks good. Awesome sauce. Okay, now we got to get these flaps back in. Let's see here. How did these go? I don't remember. You idiot! You glued it in before you knew where these went. How do these go in there? Oh, like that. Okay. I see. Okay, go like that. Spring clip goes in there. It goes like that. See that? I just didn't remember. I was like, oh shit, I already glued it together. Oh no, it falls apart. Okay, it's kind of like a Rubik's Cube puzzle. Okay, these go back in here. This goes back in here. Hope you can see that. The camera's not too far away. Okay, now let's get this back on. And again, just a couple glue dots. I am not like making this permanent, but just enough to hold it in place so it won't open back up. But in the future, if we needed to, we could open it back up. So just a glue dot here and there. So sometime down the road, if we needed to, we could take it back apart. I'm gonna just take the excess off because you don't need all that. Okay, slide this on there like that. Should slide right. Oh, I almost forgot. Don't glue yet. A couple dabs of shoe goo. Hurry before it cures. Okay. Slide that down like that. Ah, oh, ball sacks. It's these, there's spring clips in here which are kind of a little finicky. Here we go. Get in there. Got it. Sweet. Okay, opens. That one opens. Yep, opens. I can feel the spring. Okay, now that we got that together, we use our Kapton. Make it nice and tight to hold everything together. Nice and tight. And stretch the tape and hold it. Stretch the tape, now hold it. Never want to use gum bands. That's a good hint. Gum bands will tend to put pressure evenly all across it. Not evenly, but it'll also put forces in this direction, which you don't want. I only want the forces to squeeze. So I put here, taut, make it taut, then over. And then so you're not squeezing this way, and they'll tend to want to bulge things out. You're squeezing, the forces are this way to squeeze the gap shut. And that's what we want. So whether it's you're gluing porcelain or just about anything else, you never want to use gum bands. Always use either like, I love Kapton tape because it's strong. It's heat resistant. And it's earth friendly. I'm just kidding. So we got that tape together. Looks pretty cool, huh? You can see it looks like a brand new wire. I made a little divot here, but we'll fix that. You know, a little sandpaper on there. Another if you want. Look at that. Brilliant. Like I said, when the glue's dry, I can take this tape off. Next couple hours. Give it a couple hours. And here is the finished product. Tape is removed. Doesn't it look lovely? Oh, it's so much beautiful. Now you don't have to pay $8,000 for a brand new charger because you fixed your own. Well, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Oh, I really did. Please subscribe for more boring videos.